What's going on, guys? So I've been getting a lot of questions about the Canon R because everyone knows I love Canon and I always shoot Canon and Canon's my go-to camera. Let's jump into it. I want to first start by saying that I've only played with the camera for about an hour. This is by no means a in-depth review on how good the camera actually is. It's just personally why I'm not purchasing this camera. Let's first talk about the EVF and how personally for me, I hate EVFs. I find they just give me a headache and they're just not that great. I like the OVFs on, like, you know, the 5D Mark IV and any other digital SLR cameras. Even though a lot of people love the EVF, they're just personally not for me. I'm not a huge fan of them. The touch bar is a very dope idea on paper, but for me, I still think the dial with the little wheel is the best option, because when you're actually using the camera and you touch it by accident, it'll change whatever setting that you have it saved to, which is kind of annoying because that's kind of where your thumb likes to be rested. It's just my personal style and where I like to rest my thumb, so in case I want to quick access on changing settings. But there's also an option where you can set it to be locked, but then you have to tap it and it's kind of annoying and it kind of slows down the workflow. If you need to change settings really fast, then you're not going to be able to do so. The next thing up is the directional pad on the back. In my personal opinion, I would have liked to see the little wheel on like the 5D Mark IV, but instead they went with the cheaper directional pad. I personally hate that. I'd like to, you know, crank that wheel really fast to review photos extremely fast, but on this camera you have to like keep tapping it and it's kind of annoying. I would have loved to see them with the little scroll wheel, but that's just me. For me, I personally wish the codec for 4K was decreasable. Is that even a word? To be able to choose a lower quality codec, because the file sizes are massive. It doesn't even make sense how big the file sizes actually are. Like, I get that they kind of wanted to go with the highest quality codec possible to give you the best quality, best looking image, but for someone like me and a lot of other people who the Canon R was more or less meant for was vloggers and YouTube people, that it just slows down the workflow. And I wish you could choose a lower quality bitrate to give you, instead of being able to fill a 64 gigabyte card in a couple minutes, to be able to choose a lower quality to give you more time, even though it's a lower quality codec. That would be amazing, and I think the 4K would go a lot further. Jeez, that water looks cold. As you can see, it's snowing right now. I also wish that the 4K was also full frame, even though in my previous videos on the 5D Mark IV, I say that it's not a huge deal breaker, but it would be nice to have a full frame 4K codec so you can at least vlog with it a little bit more easy, and it'll be a wider field of view and let you get more in the frame. But it's not a huge deal breaker, but it would be nice if it was full frame, or at least give you options of, you know, full frame and crop mode. It would be personally a lot better. Jeez, the snow's really coming down right now. Whoo! I did only have an hour or so to actually play with the camera, so I would like to get my hands on it for maybe a day or two to actually use. Right now, I don't think that I'm actually gonna purchase this camera. I think for me, it would be a waste of money since I already shoot with the Canon 5D Mark IV, and there's not a real big advancement from that. The only real advantage for me would be the in-adapter ND filters. So if I'm using the 16 to 35 millimeter lens like I currently am right now, it would be amazing. I could dial down the ND, and instead of using the on lens ND or the X in the variable ND, which sucks and ruins footage. For me, I would love to get my hands on the Canon R, how it would fit into the workflow, but for me right now, I'm gonna stick to the 5D Mark IV. Maybe when the Canon R Mark II comes out, I'll purchase it, and maybe they'll sort some of the things out that I don't like about the camera. Would I recommend it to people? Yes, I would definitely recommend it to someone who's looking for their first full frame camera. I think it's an amazing step up, and most vloggers and YouTubers, I think this would be a perfect camera for them. Has the flip out screen. It's pretty much a 5D Mark IV, if not a little bit better in certain aspects like video, but since I already own the 5D Mark IV, to me it's kind of pointless. For those people, it is worth it, and the price is a lot cheaper. Those are the 5 reasons why I'm personally not getting the Canon R. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, peace.